7:77 p.m. My name is Gold Vision. Welcome to 7-Second Summer Camp. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you made it. Sorry it took me a second to pop in here. I was getting a snack, and I enjoyed it immensely. So it's just a quick reminder to replenish and take all precautions that are necessary to find joy in your life, even if you might end up delaying some things that people expect from you, because I think you'll find happiness faster. More importantly, I have a couple of camp announcements before we get into tonight's feature game. Someone keeps leaving teleportation crystals in the mess hall. Those are personal items. They should stay with you, stay with your character. So if they're yours, just clean them up. It's not a big deal. It's just and it's sometimes an accident. I think some people leave them behind, but if you can keep them on your person as often as possible, that would be great. We now have the opportunity to buy a star in outer space. This is a new feature of 7-Second Summer Camp. As you can see, some of the stars in the outer space have names, like Gocrux here, but many don't, and many are derivatives of the constellation they're a part of. Bless you. Or there's other stars that just they don't have names yet, and so you can check it out. I'll put the link in the description for the store, and you can name them after anything as long as it's not like offensive or terrible or anything, and then we'll be able to meditate on them together in the camp, and it'll be available for all campers when updates are pushed out. Finally, one note from the camp director: respect all campers. It just says respect all campers. You're sharing a camp with each other. There's going to be a lot of disagreements. It's a limited space or boundaries, but everything we achieve, we achieve together. And I guess that's a good thing to remember, because I think sometimes we can get caught up in how we're competing with each other over whatever we're competing over, but it's really more exciting about what we're building together. Because we have to acknowledge that a wise man told me recently and reminded me recently that there's however many 8 billion people on the earth, and every day, every 2 days, we, all the people, have as much experience as there is time in the measured universe. So if we think about it that way, there's all of that effort every day, 24 hours of everyone's time. If you do anything, if we work together or we work separately, whatever we're doing, all that time, all that composite energy becomes our next day, and we're all doing it together. So the more we're going to have disagreements about how we're doing that, but really everything that we produce and everything that we create and share together, that's going to become everybody's world. And so it's better to work together than to get caught up in our differences, because there's a lot of things that are subject to change, and I think it's more exciting to see what we can do that will change the world for the better. Today we're going to jump into a game. The feature game is a game I've played a lot in the past. I checked it out, just I don't know, it's been out for a long time actually, but now it's released. Early access is some kind of process of game development. There's pros and cons. What is a game release? What is the significance of whether or not you're getting the value for what it was when you purchased it versus resetting your experience and trying over and over again to see what's new. There's several games that we played that have had that change, that initial release, and then new updated versions, but this one is a game that's very beautiful, and they added a story mode, and I saw something that said it wasn't gonna matter that much what the story mode was, but what I wanted to investigate before I started digging into my old games was if there was a change that's happened that would be notably interesting, that would be worth starting over. Because right now, I would rather, jump into the world that I've spent so much time building. So let's try out the Satisfaction marshmallow. Let's take a quick bite of that. Get it on over here. Cooked it up, and yeah, let's stop take a break from the very fictional world of camp and jump into the very other fictional world of Satisfactory, the 1.0 release. I think the initial release was in 2019. So they've done a lot of work to make things happen. And we've got some people who are in there right now. Let's see if it'll ever load up. We might be trapped in VR. I don't think it's a VR game though. It's still launching. I wanted to have it running, but sometimes that that creates difficulties of its own. Maybe we can just look at the mountains in the background in the world. Here we go. Nothing, something. I'll close VR. It's set up to just run on its own. Just run Satisfactory from outside. And update Steam as we go. A long time ago, I made a video that suggested we use events like this not to see them as impatiently waiting for time to pass, but opportunity to meditate. I'm calling progress bars meditation bars. So let's let's try that as we jump back into it. I'm going to start a new game and then see how that goes. And if the story mode, which apparently doesn't change the way that we'll play the game, it'll just give context to it. If that isn't necessary, then maybe I'll be able to jump back in with some buddies of mine and we can do a bigger celebration of what is a beautiful game that runs so well. I don't know how they do it. I don't know if you see me glitching around in the game that I've been working on as I continue to do updates and manufacture elements that make the game more fun. Seems like these guys are masters. New game. First time. Actually, yeah, we'll try a different one. Session name live stream. And yeah, just let's see if there's something there. I played a game a couple weeks ago that I was told by the comments that if I had started a new game, it would have been a new experience. And I had jumped into a lot of different save states, and that kind of wasn't ideal. So hopefully this will this will clarify, or at least open our eyes to what the story that is here has to offer. There's a comment that an opinion that the added narrative experience.
Separation from main transport complete. Group 8 delivered to Calistian region.
A dramatic change.
All pioneers functional, initiating dispersion.
To an established world. So maybe maybe we'll just
Pioneer. I am Ada, your personal instance of the artificial directory and assistant.
Hello, Ada.
Welcome to the Fixit Incorporated Save the Day program. A Fixit Pioneer has 3 core assignments. Construct. All pioneers must follow Fixit guidelines and instructions when constructing any building. Automate. Every pioneer is responsible for setting up and managing efficient pipelines, outposts, and power infrastructure.
Okay.
Explore and exploit. Fixit selected planets are rich with resources suitable for direct use or further investigation. Stay within your designated. And that is why the world is counting on pioneers
I remember
like
that.
you. Fixit. Short-term solutions to long-term problems.
That was a little that was unsettling
Initiating
in
planetfall.
one way. Yeah, let's do a quick planetfall.
Atmospheric entry in 3, 2, 1. Beginning aero assist. Drag within acceptable parameters.
That's exciting. I don't like to talk over VO while it's explaining my world to me.
Descent phase begun. Decelerating.
I don't want you to think that I'm not paying attention. I really am.
Parachute. parachute.
I don't remember.
Skipping parachute. Landing phase begun. Activating retro propulsion.
There's this special place in heaven for people who write robot comedy. Absolutely.
Touchdown.
That wasn't too bad.
Planetfall complete. Drop pod integrity nominal.
Okay.
Omni-situational exploration suit nominal.
Good.
Pioneer. Acceptable.
Nice. That's me, the Pioneer. This is such a good opening intro to the world. Although now I wish I hadn't picked the desert. It's very... very painful. Very dry.
Congratulations. You are the third in your region to survive planetfall. Welcome
nice.
to Massage 2, ABB, in the binary system of Akicha.
Okay. Alright. Now, this game is
Loading
beautiful.
Objective-based introduction.
Okay.
Begin onboarding.
I need to remember how to do it because, like I said, I loaded up,
First contact safety tool supplied due to presence of alien megafauna.
Okay,
Adhere
good.
to Fix-It procedure and equip the Fix-It Inc. Xeno Zapper before leaving the drop zone.
I might not, I won't attack anything or whatever. It's not necessary, I don't think. And like I said, I loaded up an old game, and then, if you're familiar with Satisfactory, it's a factory building game where you incrementally improve your world with a virtuous cycle of gathering resources and building something better. A wonderful gameplay loop that doesn't require the destruction of living organisms, although affords the opportunity to choose to, if that's your thing. It's not mine, but I started walking around the factory trying to figure out what we had done, and then everything started shutting down and the resources weren't intact. So it seemed like a very Herculean task to try to start it back up by myself and figure out what was happening. So let's just see how the intro goes, and for those who haven't already. Equipment to the hand slot. Nope, missed, but it's okay. Not gonna use it.
Next objective. Dismantle the drop pod.
I can do that though.
Fix-It Incorporated as cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste. The drop
Right.
pod will be recycled to construct the first stage of the habitat and utility base, often referred to as the hub.
F. Okay. Alright. I don't consider that destruction, because
Next
it's still my
objective.
inventory, so it's
Use
just
the resource
moving
scanner
something.
to find and collect additional iron to be able to build the hub. If you cannot find iron, be assured scans of the planet have revealed sufficient iron sources.
Okay. Sufficient iron sources. My heart's saying these ones. Does anybody else listen to their heart when it comes to mining iron? And unauthorized hostility? That's a real question. 494 meters. We've got nothing. In fact, this is a very unique and special part of this game where you're untethered. Most of the game you're going to have something placed somewhere, and then that's going to be your base, and then you're going to have to return to it and be invested in it. But right now we have this special level of freedom, and I don't remember if there's a food, like a health of what am I trying to say? Just, I don't know, like health of food health, capacity for eating. I know you can eat, but I think that's replenish general health, not a particular hunger. Yeah. That's normal. Excuse me, have you seen that iron? Because I already forgot how to see it. Alright, you're a spore monster. It's okay. Yeah, it was this heart iron I was talking about. Also, thankfully, wait. No way. I thought for sure I knew the control for turning on the photo mode was P. Toggle HUD. It's T. It's not working. None of it's working. It might be because we're in tutorial mode. I was really excited about that feature. Now I have to scan again. It's okay. Maybe it was just because it was the last thing that showed up. Because it was the last iron node that talked to me. Unattainable. Wandering in the wilderness. Looks like my shields are going back up. Look at that though. We got some really cool backgrounds. There was a comment about how the 4 starting modes were all part of the same map, and I remember remembering that or discovering that too. It's just this fantastic giant world. I don't even know how big it is really. Yes. Now the iron that's closest is the iron that was the furthest. Here it is. All right. And then start mining it. So, as you know, I try not to destroy.
Next objective. Use the build gun to construct the hub. Iron is a base component necessary for all near future progress, so ensure you build the hub close to iron sources.
Yes, of course.
Fix-It does not pay by the kilometer.
Let's build it in the shade of this wonderful tree here. Or close to it. I don't want to destroy anything though, so maybe just near the shade. Yeah, near the shade of this wonderful building. Perfect.
Hub foundation built. The hub terminal and crafting bench are only the humble beginnings of a successful Fix-It pioneer, but essential for the next steps of onboarding.
For sure.
Once finished, the hub will function as your base of operations. Next objective. Complete hub upgrade 1.
Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Not sure why that had to happen. I don't really know how to respond to behaviors like that. You know. It's unfortunate that things exist in such a aggressive and self-destructive way. But I personally, when it comes to that issue, oh gross, is it from that? Did I pick a terrible place to start? I'm really trying not to deal with such destruction. Sounds like I'm going to soon. Okay. Oh man, this isn't good at all. This is a real bad circumstance. Those bugs are coming from that pod. I have to get away from them and wait for my health to regenerate. This is the natural consequence of trying to exist in a world that's full of hostile beings. So you have to come up with unique solutions to survive. I'll just try to stay away from that alien pod. They just kind of persist forever. Maybe they'll go back in. Nope. Not yet. Do I need a little more iron anyway? Should be. Maybe I'll just grab a little bit more. Fill up just a little bit. There's a question about gathering biomass, and I don't really remember how we did it. And there's there is a sentiment that I think I'm okay, and I'm really on the fence, but I like the idea of bringing in other people to do destructive behaviors. It's kind of the natural consequence of playing in a world that has actual destructive properties. Is this the unauthorized hostility? I'll grab a little more iron. Try to dodge these laser balls. So again, I'm okay with the removal of iron. In fact, I've always thought the process of just taking a little bit away from something like this keeps it intact without destroying it. I just need enough to build a place that's safe. So as you see, the vein hasn't changed in size. So in theory, I wouldn't have to actually destroy the veins to accumulate enough resources to solve my problems, but I don't think just removing iron and building something out of it to amplify the human experience is that negative of an endeavor. All right. Upgrade. What was it again? Hub upgrade. Oh, I need to make iron rods, which needs... What? I have tons of iron. Put it in there. I probably need to build something else. Oh, you have to craft it out of the craft bench. That's right. I really gotta remember all the moves. It's not V. Sorry. I should have written them down. Because I want to do the build mode. Q. Q is for build. Crafting bench. Away from the monsters. Needs iron plates. So, oh, there's a built-in crafting bench here. Okay. Alright, do it. Wonderful. Get it, I don't know, get it to 30 something. This part's really mathy, so if that's not your thing, you might not enjoy this particular experience. Let's see, let me just double check what do I need for this. 10 iron rods for the next upgrade. No problem. Iron ingots for iron rods. It's very joyful of a game because of the rate at which you can create things. I have a theory that what makes it fun is that expected results are surpassed. So the idea of trying to make iron in real life, like an iron rod that would fix up this base, would be harder significantly just in time and effort and energy than it is in the game to do. And if it actually took more effort and energy, like to grow crops, if it took twice as long and twice as much energy, it wouldn't be half as fun than actually just doing the work.
Equipment like the portable miner can now be made in the workshop.
Perfect.
Congratulations on completing your first milestone.
Thank you.
The first of many providing access to new recipes and technologies for the Fix-It mission.
Okay.
Next objective, complete hub upgrade 2.
Yeah. What was the what upgrade just happened though? What did we do? We got the storage box? That was it? Upgrade 2 needs a bunch of stuff. Oh, but that's what you get, and that's what it needs. I'm sorry. It's very straightforward, actually. I just need iron plates and things. Sounds like some dramatic things are happening. There's a comment about how the bugs in our special little pod over here will keep coming until we destroy that thing. But it does seem like avoiding them at this distance will preserve everybody's case. In fact, it seems like an abuse of the law of thermodynamics that would say that energy you can't just like keep creating energy like that. Eventually that would have to run out of bugs in theory. But I'm not here to judge or to do mass balancing equations. Do it. 20 iron plates. What? Can I put those in there? And then way more iron rods, 20 iron rods. And the way that this game keeps being fun is that, I don't know if we'll get to it, but the rate at which you create things starts to increase. And so this is supposed to be the exhausting part, the creation of iron rods one at a time, having to mine iron, one iron at a time. Yeah, it's really bringing me back because I haven't had to do this for a long time. Even in the game that I started with, some people I knew. Perfect. New buildings, new scannable resources.
Hub
Oh
upgrade
wow!
2,
Just
power
like
and
appeared.
shell completed. The smelter can turn raw ore such as copper and iron into ingots, and the biomass burner generates power when fueled.
Biomass
Fun
burner.
fact, most of the native flora and fauna is compatible with Fix-It technology. Fueling the biomass burner with inappropriate materials will result in deductions or even cancellation of your yearly bonus. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 3.
So we'll see how far we can get with the biomass burner. It might be it might be a problem. Oh, we just gotta make copper iron now, and how do you do that? You have to go to work crafting bench, and you need copper. You have to find copper. Not a big deal. That isn't. Actually, we'll do a little more adventuring. I can't believe how much time I've spent just in this little menu making robot parts. 2020. That's okay. So we're gonna have to get some more stuff anyway, I think. Sounds like there's something nearby as well that doesn't seem happy about my presence. In the good old days, I would trap them. I would build walls around them. I would build little mazes for them to run into, and then I would free them when I was done in the area, and that worked out. I definitely knew some people who would dispatch them, and it's a philosophical thing. I really, and I'm not really on the fence about this. I think when I play with other players, I'm not here to tell them how to play. I really feel like everybody needs the freedom to choose how they play on their own. I don't think that will affect how I play. I don't think it'll affect what I do. But I don't want to take away their freedom to choose how they play. And that makes me a terrible manager. In general, I feel like without an aggressive style of forcing other people to follow rules, even if they're not my rules, it makes it difficult to lead in a meaningful way when there's external restrictions about how things should be. I'll finish this up. I'll get all this so then we can focus just on the adventure, because maybe there's more to it. I don't think there's anything else you want to do with this stuff besides create iron ingots. I just need a couple more iron plates. Right? Or no, I'm sorry, iron rods. Wow, what a waste. I don't think that's even enough. So now we need both copper and iron. Are there different No, it looks like it's just iron around here. Is there different settings for the scanner? Yeah. Wow. Perfect. Let's go. Let's make it happen. And was there a mention that you could build an equipment workshop? That's a new thing, right? That's not the crafting bench. It's a different thing entirely. We need more iron plates. We need more everything. Let's just get everything we need. And just observe the world. There we go. Photo mode started working just now. They didn't want me to have it at first. Look at that. You can change the field of view and stuff. And just like, this is just a wonderful, beautiful game that you can exist in and find, and you can improve upon it. You can make things happen. You can change it, and you can grow with it, and you can grow with friends. I think we want to create some equipment. We want to get some iron. We want to get some copper. But before we get into it, let's do a quick meditation, because this, after all, is 7 Second Summer Camp, and we're here to meditate and appreciate all the things that we have achieved together as a community of people on the earth, and then look forward to what can happen next, but also sit there after a long day of achieving so much, which I know we all just did. Everybody did that today. Everybody achieved a lot, even if you didn't feel like it, or you were just recovering from achievements from the past. You did it today, and now you have to relax. You have to exhale. You have to let out all that air so you can breathe in some new air. What is that bug? You see that thing flying around my little base? Also, so far I haven't seen a story or anything that has really dramatically changed my perspective. I don't remember the little tutorial video interrupting itself at the front, but I'm gonna do some deep breaths real quick as we just kind of appreciate what's happening. I want to get a good framing here though, and we'll just stuff that you wouldn't have seen, or perspectives you hadn't taken to take them, and then get back into it. So if you don't mind, big deep breath. One more. Does that feel nice? Just to coexist on this planet. Even as a invasive species, which we might be, we still exist, you know. And we're also a visitor and a participant in the shared world. As you might know, I'm not the biggest fan of destroying things. And if we want to create energy, we need to pick up leaves and maybe berries. I actually can't remember if berries would work. We just saw some too. Yeah, I think they'll come back. Maybe.
Potential edible collected. Eating it and surviving does not count as a valid field test and does not generate enough data for Fix-It to make an informed decision. Store this potential resource for later use.
Alright. So, yeah, I try not to destroy things for video games, but when other people are playing, I don't tell them how to play. And I do think the biomass burner was just an intermediary stage of power generation until you move on to other ones that require less destruction of living beings and more destruction of inanimate ones. The rearrangement of materials, as I call it, which is the ideal way to to destroy things, I guess. Because they seem, as much as I want to appreciate and just accept my place in the world and meditate within it, as I did in Call of Duty the other day, and I was removed from the world for idling, there's still so much opportunity to improve the human condition. And that often requires the accumulation and repurposing of inanimate objects into a useful, virtuous cycle. It's so good, though. It's just nice to be here. Just get a little bit more. I'm sorry I'm going to do this, but there's a joy that I find with a photographic eye. It seems like it's just made for this, you know? Just being a part of it. Get those rings out there. I'm always getting lost in this. Check out the stars. Zoom in on them. Just outer space. Alright, sorry, I'm distracted. I'm supposed to be building, crafting things, and collecting leaves and rocks and things. Let's see how far we can get without the biomass burner at first. Hold V. The iron ore. There's a. I can't get that iron ore anymore, I think, because it's under the ground, but once you build a thing that can extract it out of the ground, then you're in business. And this day-night engine, man, it's so lovely. Oh, this was the iron ore that I broke before. There's that dog. Yeah. Sorry, I need it. It's also following your heart, hunting for iron. I don't feel too negatively about obtaining it. So far away. Is it up here? Where's it down there? It does seem a little foolish to run so far away from the starting zone. You know? They normally set you up, especially for the little tutorial stuff. Didn't. Let's see if we're over by any copper though, because we also need that. Oh, and there's some monsters that exist. 152 meters is copper. I don't know how I feel about the idea that there's monsters that will appear if I get too close to them to protect their hive. Here we go. This is blinking, shining. Let's get this copper ore. Doesn't sound like that dog can see me yet. Okay. And can you? Oh, you can keep mining the ground. I don't know what impure means. Yep. Wow, is that the water? Is that water over here? Wow, that's cool. Is there more iron ore down there? Is that what that is down there? No. What is that? Something else. Pick up what? Wood? This plant looks particularly dead. I'll be honest. It doesn't seem like I would be hurting too much by grabbing it up. These little plants. Especially if they're reusable as energy. We'll keep going. I mean, it might just be a hard restriction that requires the use of biomass to get somewhere. So far away. Did we see what the impure copper was? I think maybe you just get less. That's my yeah. So cool. That's my little base there. Well, let's go a little further. Let's go deeper into the world. Get whatever we need to build all those basic things. $200, 200, 600 is very far. Let's run past this dog. And run past those little bugs. Get back to the 250. The 500s actually. And just try to enjoy the journey. Yeah. I really think all games should have a no user interface version mode like this. You should be able to just explore, discover things, zoom in, appreciate where you are. It's so valuable. Have your hands running all crazy. Zoom out. Looks a little hectic over here though. I feel like it's strange that I somehow used up all my iron. Also feels like it's unlikely I'm going to survive this little journey. Deep in there. Alright. Well, I'm glad I explored, but I'm not gonna do that. I'll go back to my starting place. Don't you want to just pick up all these leaves? Just want to see them all. Let's just mine the impure iron and hope that it gets us where we need to go. And try not to upset these bugs, even though I think they'll get mad. And accidentally, yeah. Okay. Lesson learned. Let's make our little copper things. Crafting bench. once again, we get to the point where it automates everything. If you haven't played this game, I really do recommend it. I've got at least 30 hours in it, but I know a lot of people who have a lot more. And it's because it's very easy just to pour time in there. The one common complaint, if there is one, is that it does feel like you're just building to build to build. And if you can start off with how easy it is to do and get brought into that and really enjoy it, but then you then you might get trapped in that cycle, and if you you have other things you want to do, you might get a little lost and feel like an emptiness. So I was hoping that the story mode would complete all of that uncertainty. We're upgrading to level 2. Let me get a cool view of it. Boom. Upgrade complete.
Hub upgrade 3, interior furnishing completed.
I walked too close to those bugs trying to get a cool
parts,
picture.
And power poles allow for the expansion of the power grid. When you make the inevitable mistake, Fixit's dismantling feature is designed to salvage all resources used during construction, in line with our zero waste policy.
Perfect.
We understand that Fixit pioneers are only human and thus prone to error. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 4.
Oh wow, we're already at 4? I've already done 2. Yeah, return to the base. The celebration of life. You know, I don't know if we're human. But if we are, the human experience includes the experience of all living things that surround us. I don't know if, to what extent the inanimate objects have experience without the ability to perceive, as far as I know. It could come back that destroying rocks is just that this whole premise is one of egoic pursuit, and I wouldn't surprise me, but until I feel like that's really what we're doing, I don't think it's a big concern. I think this is just a joyful connection between environment, the mind, and what can be. Construction and upgrades and things. Character customization. This was not in the game that I played. That seems necessary. Okay. Just keep the golden versions of things for obvious reasons. Primary color, secondary color. Oh, that doesn't seem to be doing. Oh, that's it's like the belt things. And tertiary color, right? Overalls color. Pretty good. What's this? Oh, these are the things on the scanner. We gotta go with the correct one. All right. That's cool. I don't remember customization, and I don't think I need to interact with the toilet unless otherwise mentioned. These nice little beds. This is cool. It's been a second. Q, crafting bench. Needs 3 iron rods. Get 3 iron rods. See what we got. Crafting bench. Out here by the cacti. Man, I'm feeling the itch. I think I don't know. Am I gonna get back into this? Am I gonna remember why I stopped? Oh, crafting bench was the wrong thing. That's not what I wanted to make at all. I wanted to make a equipment workshop. Can we pick that up with the dismantle filter? Let's see. Does that just place in my inventory? Do I get the things back? It said that they all go back to where they started, so I need I need 2 iron plates. Iron plates. I hope that you're not overly familiar with this game and incredibly frustrated with my performance. It's just kind of getting the shoes back on. Right, like riding a bike. What do we have? Okay, portable miner. That's what we need. And it's iron plates, 2 iron plates and 4 iron rods. So, 2 iron plates and 4 iron rods. That's how we can do it. Two iron plates, 4 iron rods. If you're just joining, my name is Gold Vision. I play games peacefully. I try to be the change I want to see. And I try to run away from bugs that come out and try to get you while you're mining iron ore. Yeah, portable miner. Check it out. Those bugs ain't got nothing on it. So now we've built a device that will mine iron for us, although impure, I guess, and then we can use that to build another of these devices. That's welcome to Satisfactory. Such a good name too. All right, it's just kind of sleeping there. It's too close. Nope. Grab all. Look, I just got 56 iron ore. Build another one. We'll put it on the other side. I'll try to dodge that bug thing forever. I think they actually fill up pretty fast too, if I remember correctly. What was it? Two plates, 4 rods. Yeah. But yeah, that's that fun cycle. It was so hard to mine the iron yourself, but now you kind of don't have to do it anymore because you've got the tools to automate it. 4 iron rods. And craft this thing. Grab it in my inventory. Yeah. So it's a pretty possible game to play peacefully, and the multiplayer is very straightforward. Hardest thing to do is schedule a good time for everybody to jump in. Alright. Oh, I didn't know that. There's a very helpful comment that you can add unlimited amount of portable miners to the same mode. And look, this thing fills up so fast that you don't really, like, it's just like, it's nuts. It feels good, even though it's just little numbers in a little pretend world. The feeling is real. Feeling like I'm achieving something. And as you know, we've been doing a little manifestation every once in a while, and the joy of just thinking and just imagining and letting the idea of what you want to happen and see it as a possibility is such an important part. It's kind of what the idea of manifestation is that you feel the idea of change happening in the way that you want it to, and then you do things that resonate with that feeling. So the feeling of things getting better and faster and more powerful, more accessible and easier, those are all real feelings, and then you get used to those feelings, and then you pull that world into your experience. So then when you're conducting your life in whatever way you are, you chase that feeling of things improving. And it's all theoretical, obviously, but I've found some limited success at that method. I need wood? What for this? What even is this stuff? Cable. Needs copper wire. Iron plates and concrete. Requires rocks. How do I get those rocks? Oh, limestone rocks. They exist out there. But then let's just build portable miners, right? And then have those ready to go. What do I need? Let's make like 4? 2? 2. 2's good. So those portable miners are all full. The ones that were there actually now. Probably don't even need to make them. Just grab those and pull them, because I'm not tending to them, you know? You know what I'm saying? More iron rods. Yeah. 8. Sounds like there's some upset monster nearby too. And I forget what screws are for. What do we need for cable? 20 cables, 75 plates. So I'm sure that they've balanced out the rate at which you accumulate resources relative to what the demands of the next levels are. And the next levels get they really, really build up. So then you have to build a factory. You just have to. Where's this nearby one? I'm never again going to the furthest resource deposit. Never again. That was a one-time thing. I learned my lesson. I always think that there's some... I mean, that's a traditional video game trope, right? You start off with a side-scroller that only lets you go right. That first level, you go left just to make sure there's nothing hidden. Sometimes there is. Sometimes there's a banana. Sometimes there's an extra life. You get that extra life. But not this time. This time it makes way more sense to just find the closest thing and jump on it and make progress that way. I don't know what the correlation to reality is in that case either. Let's grab up the limestone for the concrete. Is it not letting me do it? Can I place the... I don't think you can place the portable miner. Oh yeah, I can. Alright. On the node. I don't even have to destroy the node. I think that was a change too. There's a comment that it was the right choice. The only benefit really is because this is something I'm recording, we also have footage of what it is like to do that, so that way you know. And if you prefer this view, if you just want to see it from this perspective instead of wherever we started, which I would think is the common player experience, then you can do that. You know what you're getting into. I think it's really important to have diverse video game experiences, because if everybody's walking the same path, I mean, it's nice as a narrative, but if it's an open world game or a game where you paint the narrative yourself, then I think it's more fun. Give me that. Actually, I'll put another one down here. Just enjoy it. I think they'll just keep going until it's impure. Or maybe forever. Leaves. Let's see what's out there in the world. What's down there? Do you think I can get back up from here? I guess the smartest way to do it is to go down in a way that I can get back up. These are dead trees. I don't know if you saw a couple live streams ago, I was okay with like just grabbing up dead trees. Yeah. Oh, a terrifying thing. This is a sorry about that. Those trees are not dead, and they're not something I can grab up. We might have to do a little cliff dive here, unless we've moved far enough away from our enemies. It does not sound like I have. Feels like they were right on my tail. But removing yourself from danger can often be easily achieved if you know where to jump. We might have to head to the ocean. These things are real. You can actually turn them off, I believe. You can remove them from your view. I think it's survival. Yikes. Hup. Boom. That was particularly awful. I'm glad that we got away from them, but apologize for anybody who might suffer from arachnophobia. I would say it's mild, especially because we're outside. I think I should wait for them to go back. Or should I just abandon them completely and start a new base in a different part of the world? No, we can go back up there. I bet they went back home. Oh, Ollie's going to be on guard now, though. These plants kind of look like them. That was a whole painful experience. Actually, in fact, I don't know what happens if you do turn on the arachnophobia mode. Field view. I think it's gameplay. Oh, you can turn off hostility? Yeah, just do that. Passive. Keep inventory. Sounds correct. Arachnophobia mode on. Alright. Cancel. Apply. Yeah. Alright. If you can... I mean, at least for gold vision purposes, if you can turn off aggressive monsters and it's just in a normal menu. I don't know why you want to do that. What's doing that? What's doing that? Like cats or something? Whatever it is, don't like it. I also need to get back to my limestone mine. Oh, we have good stuff now too. All the stuff we need. Yeah, it's all coming back. I'll be able to turn on our old plant pretty effectively, I believe. I think it sounds like there's cats or something. So, arachnophobia mode. Are these things not going to come for me because they're passive now? So, are those cats? I can't figure any of this out. But I'm hungry for iron. And limestone. It's not in a convenient place at all, by the way. Is it the one up here? Not at all. Because ultimately you want to connect the nodes to a central place and make it happen. Well, I also didn't realize how long I've been playing. I've just been running around meditating and finding peace and being trapped and not being able to go to the place that I need to. But I think that I understand where I am and how far I've come. I'd really like to get up there. I don't know if I can jump. I don't think it's my destination either. I don't think the hub upgrade's that important for my purposes right now. I'd really like to just build these tools, but I'm ultimately gonna need to burn plants to do it. I think I'm gonna need some help on this one. I can show you, I guess, if it'll let me do it. if I have the resources I need to build a constructor. Iron plates and the like. But I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to let you kind of imagine the direction. Oh, did we get some? We got some concrete. Alright, I'll finish it up. I'll get as far as we can go. It's probably not too much further to manufacture these things. It sounds like there's still cats around. I could just click this craft button forever. What do I need to get to the next thing? And then what do I need to build the constructor? Smelter and power. A little bit more, right? It's to get these reinforced iron plates I need screws, right? And to make the ingots we need a smelter. And to make a smelter we need copper wire and iron bars, iron rods, that's it. Okay. Just so you understand what Satisfactory is. You can level up forever. You can build forever. Smelter. And then the smelter needs power. And power needs cable. And cable needs wire. Power line connect to just this thing. Just to that. So you connect the power line here to the biomass burner, you configure the smelter to build iron, you give it iron. I don't know if you can give it more. You can copy settings and paste settings and turn it on, but it's not going to matter until you put something in that hopper. And I think these are growing back. I think I'm gonna try to grab, well, actually is wood a different resource altogether? In fact, I'm not even really sure where I saw it on the onset. There's also vehicles and trains and things. It's so rudimentary starting off this way. But it's also so peaceful because of that. Because it's just, there's so much that can happen. And such amazing progress that you can work toward. Alright. I'll just grab up these dead branches. I'm okay with it. I know this is like a non-crime for every other player probably in the world. I'm overdoing it. But I take the caution, I take the precautions. I try to break new ground, but thoroughly examining the way that we build on the ground we're on. And I find so many awesome things because of it. But I think the most interesting thing is that games have been changing, and I've been playing there's this strange, incredible phenomenon where games are very specific about forcing the player to chop down trees to advance to the next thing. And I've noticed more and more games are offering replanting as an option for the player, which is so rewarding because it's just it seems like things are progressing in a positive way. where it doesn't have to always be the same strange restrictions. That we have the opportunity to change games to make them work however we want to, and we are, and things are just growing and becoming more and more optional and more beautiful because of it. And I really do believe that thing I said about manifesting the experience you want by creating the feeling and then chasing it. I think I experience that change every time that I discover another game lets me play how I want to. The power's on, and the smelter's working, and it's making its. And you can make a conveyor belt, but I don't know if I have that yet. Yeah, I don't have it yet. And I need more copper wire and all that stuff. But see, that's doing this step. It's doing it slowly, building it one little thing at a time. And then you build the next thing, and then you build the next thing, and then you build the next thing. And we're all building it together. That's why the multiplayer is so much fun too, because then you can break it into what's important to everybody. But yeah, let me just grab what we got here. Pop it in my inventory. And you connect this to the miners that you can build on top of what you've already created. Create these. Need iron plates for the reinforced iron plates. I don't know. I think everybody loves it. Just the experience of growing and changing. What do I need for this? A little more copper wire. I don't know if I've got. Is that what it is? Copper wire? No, it's cable. I don't know if I have enough to make all the cable I need. Yeah, 2 more. And copper's on the other side of the world. But you get it. You know what's happening. I'm burning wood. And I made the assessment it was already dead. It did not look alive to me. It was a real judgment call. Just for the purposes of this demonstration. And it burns it down, turns it into heat energy as you do. And things get better. Things grow and change. And it looks like I need to burn a little wood energy here to get the camera working again. There we go. But this is Satisfactory. Thank you for letting me show it off and get excited about it again. It's, I think, the most notable thing, and the reason I jumped in is because today they announced they're releasing version 1 of a game that I've played for 30 hours. And I think it is wonderful that we can do that, where we can, unlike a lot of forms of entertainment, start off in one way and then have the people who are going to enjoy the art, have them experience it and think of ways that they want to change it and grow it, and then have those changes take place, and then see how it's not just a one-way street of art creation. It's multiplayer. It's a community-based art form, and it's amazing to watch it evolve. And the two-way street and the back and forth and hardware improving and all the sentiments that come behind all of it. So I really I'm glad that I got to share it. This is only the beginning, it gets complicated. I'm sure you'll see how advanced it can get, and maybe I need to hop in here with some friends and we can really tear it up in a way that I don't have to chop down dead trees or hunt down whatever I think is appropriate to advance the game world. Yeah. But anyway, this is Satisfactory. My name is Gold Vision. Not sure what's happening just now. 0 hour 1.0 is available. Oh, I know what happened. Close the game window. I think. Or no, I just moved it to the bottom. Wow. There we go. Okay, back in. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me in Satisfactory for a little bit. It's a real fun endeavor. I was brought back and really just enjoyed all of it. Thank you to my Patreon producers for contributing so much and making so much possible. Continuing me on my creator journey as I continue to make art of a lot of different kinds. Make sure to check out Satisfactory on Steam. Make sure to check out 7 Second Summer Camp on Steam. And if you're looking for a first-person meditation game that keeps track of what you're paying your attention to and helps you stay focused and advance your game world, not looking for joy through destroying things or feeling obligated to get stuck in a gameplay loop where you have to keep building things. If you need a break from all of that, then there's a game for you where you can advance the game just through stillness. But they're all different endeavors, artistic endeavors that are evolving and growing in this giant, amazing community of powerful people that we call gamers. And I'm so glad I had the opportunity to share everything that I did tonight. Otherwise, I think that's it for me. I think that's it for 7 Second Summer Camp tonight. I hope hope you get cozy and you have a wonderful night before you wake up tomorrow, refreshed and feeling rejuvenated, and knowing that you're just another wonderful part of a huge communal experience that's building things together. And I hope everyone respects you in the same way that we should all respect each other, because that's going to make everything so much better. Otherwise, that's it for me. I hope you have a wonderful night, and as always, I ask you, gold on to your dreams.